porch, the sun sinks low. She's got a headset and a screen aglow. Her voice like molasses, sweet tea in the air. Snickle Fritz rolls off her tongue without a care. She's the queen of the gutter gang's heart, streaming her games like a work of art. A laugh like honey, warm and light.
Hello everybody. So I thought I would do a tutorial video on Canva on how I make my thumbnails for like my YouTube streams, videos, so on and so forth. So tomorrow I'm going to play 7 Days to Die, of course. So what I'm going to do is I go to my Canva, and I do pay for it, but you should still be able to do this in the free version. Paying for it basically just opens up some of the stuff that I can do and I can use in my videos, like some of the music and all that. I'm allowed to because I pay for the rights to use it. Anyways, so if you don't have, like I use all this stuff all the time, so it kind of pops it up for me. But you can go right here, go back to Canva, which is the home screen. Basically, we're right there. And in the search bar here, you just type in YouTube thumbnail. And it should pull it up. Right here. Create a blank YouTube thumbnail. You just stick it right there like that. Anyways, yes, I'm redneck and I can't help it. Alright, so it's going to throw up a bunch of these templates you can use. And, like right here, the crown is the Pro. And normally you wouldn't be able to use that, but because I pay for it, I can. I really don't use these very often. I do. My usual thing is to look it up and find one. Well, I like to go, let's just go ahead and Google this thing. Let's just do 7 Days to Die. And then I go to images. And I'm going to tell you right now, sometimes I have taken someone else's image and accidentally used it, and they've called me out on it. And I apologized profusely because I'm not about that life. So, when you use the images just on the web, make sure it says Steam here. Like rock, paper, shotgun. I'm sure that's probably someone's specific one. I don't know. Euro gamer. I don't know who these people are, but they take the time to make these thumbnails, and then you get some fool like me that accidentally used their stuff, right? So, I actually want to do the 2.0, and you can see, I've been looking that up. Yeah. Oh, this is the one I used. This was the little fellers I used. I'm assuming it's a man, I don't know, and he was very polite about it, and he informed me that that was his, that he made specifically. So I'm so sorry. Anyways, make sure it says Steam on it, or, you know, one of the other places where you can get the game, 7 Days to Die. You know, that's theirs. You're going to be doing their game. I'm sure they don't care if you use it. So this is a good one right here. That's a good little thing. Right here's the experimental release. And it's by 7 Days to Die. So you can pretty much use those. I think Game Rant. I don't think they might if you use that one. I'm not sure. But the best thing usually is to stick with good old Steam. If that's where you buy your games and you're familiar with it, that's what you do. So, we're going to be doing 7 Days to Die on my Discord community server. So let's go ahead and use just this one, which I've probably used it before. Now, if you go over to this one and you just right click and copy the image, I'll show you what I mean. Then you go back here to your untitled design and right click in here and paste it. You're going to get this. And if you push these buttons right here and go down and set it as the background, look how blurry it is. It doesn't look good, does it? I don't think so. So go ahead and detach it. Get rid of it. Go back to here. And actually click on it and it's going to pull it up here. It's a little more crisp and it's bigger, isn't it? So let's go ahead and copy the image here, which we're just right clicking. We're just right clicking and copying. And then go back up to here and let's put it here. Right click in it, paste it. Then we're going to give it just a little count, long enough for Canva to upload it. I don't know why, but they like to save a copy of everything you do. So we've got it. It's outlined in purple. Hit these buttons and go down to set it as the background. And that looks better, doesn't it? Looks really nice. Alright, so I don't like to just leave it plain. I like to write in it. So I always go over here to my text and I drop down and I add a heading. And I just put community server, and I learn how to spell community server stream. And once I have it typed out, it comes standard black with the Canva sans. I don't like that. So I kind of like left click over here and I drag until all of it's lit up in blue. Then I go up here and I click this and I pick whatever I want. I normally use Angelina on most of my other videos, like my Disney Dreamlight, Yard Sale Simulator, stuff like that. But for this one, I like to use Jeepers. Jeepers. Because it's kind of creepy, ooey gooey looking, isn't it? So once that's done, you don't have to do anything because it's all highlighted, right? Come over here to the color and hit red. And it's going to change it all to red, which is the same here. Because it takes these colors and it plops them right here for you. All handy dandy, so you don't have to worry about matching it. If you look, this red, it's not the same, is it? But this one is, because that's the red they used for this. Or that they recognized in this photo. Alright, so once we have this done, then we're going to go over here to effects. I always use outline. You do what you want. You can play with all of these. There's shadow, and it kind of makes like a little bit of a shadow. You can change the color to black, and then you can see the shadow better. Let's change it to yellow so you can see it. That's what the shadow is going to look like. I don't like shadow. I don't normally use that one. Let's go back. Splice is the same way. And then there's hollow. I use outline. And I normally outline in black. And you can take the thickness here and you can make it thicker where it stands out more. And I'll bring it up here about like that. Now when you're pulling it up, you'll see that purple box that's lit up. You want to keep your stuff inside there. You can grab right here and just kind of like pull it over and fit it right in there. All nice and neat. Isn't that pretty? Alright, and let's see. That's about all I want to do with it, really. I like the way it looks. I like everything about it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this box. Well, hold on. Click off of it. Click back on it till it's highlighted. And then do this. And it's going to duplicate that whole thing for you. It's just a shortcut I do. I don't need two of these. So I'm going to click it. And it's going to highlight everything. And then I'm going to put... well, my group, we call ourselves the Fang Gang. Also the Gutter Gang, because we're a little bit, you know. I'm going to put the Fang Gang. And all of this one, Jeepers usually comes out all capitalized anyways. The Fang Gang and the Wolf Pack. That's my boyfriend's Discord. And we normally do our stuff all together. So we're going to put the Fang Gang and the Wolf Pack, right? And we're going to put it probably over here. Just kind of drag it. Now, it doesn't matter if you mess up, right? Because you can hit this little thing and it's going to undo what you just did. So don't even worry about that. You can take it, and if you don't like the way it looks, you can even angle it. all of this stuff right here. This one right here. As soon as you click on it and it's highlighted, you can do whatever you want to. I like it straight up here, but I think I might want to angle that one a little bit. Make sure it's still in your box. About right there is good. And then you have basically brands, which is like your brand. You upload them and you can save them to here. This is the one that I use whenever me and him normally play together in our little games. I ain't going to put it on this one. This is the one I do whenever we have my Fang Gang community. And we have usually probably about 5 or 6 people playing on our community server when we stream. So I'll plop this one on here. I don't like the white background, so I always remove the background, which if you'll see the crown, I don't know if you can get that on just your regular. It's worth the money to me to pay monthly, but anyways, you can go ahead and stick this somewhere, anywhere you want to, right? And it's getting a little crowded, but I like to overdo things, you can tell, right? So I go to elements and I put in usually something like a zombie, just to see what they got. And then they'll pull up these graphics, which again, a lot of these are pro. They may not show up for you, or you may not be able to use them. Let me see if I can find some that aren't pro. All right, well, that's not a zombie, is it? There's not many to choose from. That's why I went ahead and got the pro. It's worth it. It really is. There's so much to choose from. All right, let's just pretend you're pro. And like, look, here's some scary looking zombie hands, right? So you can take these hands and you can stick them wherever you want to. And even if you stick them here, part of them's still going to show. And let's go, let's put blood dripping. And maybe this one. But that's okay. It doesn't match our red, does it? But if we look right here, we can click on it and we can go up here and we can match it with our red. Look at. And then this line is here, and then this is this other stuff. The rest of it's fine. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and make it kind of like drip down on it. I'm overdoing it. I know. It's like a southern big hair thing, you know. I can't help it. So that's how it's going to look. I like the way it looks. It's perfect for me. And yeah, that looks good. So when I'm all done and I like the way it looks, I'll go over here to share. And then I will go to download. And it's going to download it as a PNG. There's so much you can choose from here. I stick with the PNGs. The size, it doesn't really matter. They say size doesn't matter. Sometimes it does. In this case, it really doesn't, because you've already went ahead and told it what you want to use it for, which is YouTube thumbnail, right? So it's going to set your size automatically. So I leave it alone. Don't need to change really any of this stuff. And then, of course, it's saying you're saving $2 because the premium elements and all that. And then I just download it. And it's going to download right here. Ta-ta! It's downloaded. So let's go ahead and close all of this out. We have successfully made our thumbnail, correct? So now let's go to our YouTube studio. And I'm going to plop it right here. Go to that. And we're going to schedule our stream for tomorrow. I'm going to reuse. No, I'm not going to reuse. We're going to just keep it simple. I'm going to go ahead and put 7 capitalize, and spell correctly. 7 days to die. Community server. Jesus, I can't type. Community server with Jeez, Pete's with the Fang Gang and the Wolf Pack. We're going to put the 2.0 here because that matters as well. And the rest of this is where you would put in like okay, so for instance, I use can't think of the name of it. Shoot. I'm just gonna put intro song was created. Let's use big words, huh? By me using the AI generated software from, I can't never remember the name of that. Suno. Suno.com. And that's where I made my song. And streaming software, I always just leave that alone. It's a game, so we're going to go ahead and go to gaming. And you start putting in the game, and it's going to pull it up. We found it right here. Perfect. And let's go ahead and upload our thumbnail. And see, it's going to tell you right here, that's the size that it wants. I'm over here pointing like you can see where my finger goes. Right here. 1280 by 720, right? So let's go ahead and click here. And let's upload. It's going to pull up your downloads, right? So let me show you. It's probably some embarrassing things, right? I'm downloading it again like an idiot. Go to change and click over here to downloads, right? And then you're going to see it. Right here. Then open it. I'm such an idiot sometimes. Then your playlist, you're going to want to make a playlist. I already have one made right here. But you can go down here and you can create a new one. Name it whatever you want. Put the description. Put this stuff and create it. I've already made one, so I'm going to pop that there. Click done. And no, it's definitely not made for kids. We're going to show more. I don't have no paid promotion, none of this. You can use tags. I like to do just a few, and I'm not really great at which tags. I just really start typing. And that's good enough. Well, let's do one more. This one always hits multiplayer because a lot of people look for multiplayer games. Then, of course, English, barely. Southern doesn't really count as English. It shouldn't. And you can change all this stuff if you want. Play around with it. I monetize, so I usually just set mine for balanced. I do the chat replay. I don't like doing the summary. Anybody in mine can send messages. I don't mess with any of this stuff, and I don't mess with this stuff until I'm done with the stream. And when I'm done, then we'll get on here and I'll redirect, which is kind of like the YouTube rating. I'll redirect to someone else's live stream, and all my viewers can follow over there. And the way that you do that is you would click here, and I would look to see who's currently live out of my friends. Like Red would be live, Raptor would be live. So if Red was live, I would go ahead and click him, and then when I end my stream, all of my viewers, just all they got to do is hit a button, and it'll just take them right over to Red's stream. That's a YouTube raid. They call it a redirect. But I set that up after because I don't really know how long I stream. Sometimes it's longer than 2 hours. Sometimes I barely make it 2 hours. So let's go ahead and go here. I'm going to set it to public tomorrow. And it'll start tomorrow at, pardon them in the background. They're being incredibly rude while I'm trying to record. That's family. I normally start about 10 o'clock in the morning. So we'll set it for 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow and hit done. And it's going to go ahead and set up the stream for me. It's going to do my little shout out little thing in Discord so that everybody can see that I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, 7 Days to Die community. Just like that. It's all set up. It's all ready to go. I can go ahead and close this now. And then when I go to my Discord, which you're not going to be able to see that. Yes, it's all ready. It's done. It's great. Lovely. And that's it. That's how I do it. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all did learn something. I'm going to try to make a few more educational tutorial videos as I can. But anyways, don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.